Hi everyone, Al the Psych here. Have a quick video for you today. I'm calling it Heroin versus Cigarette Addiction. And again, this is just for informational purposes. Took most of the information from a book called The Compass of Pleasure by David Linden, 2008. And it's an interesting little sentence I put in my notes. He says, the dark side of pleasure is addiction. It's kind of like something you would read in a novel. Anyway, okay. So when I think of heroin, I immediately think of a drug that's highly addicting. And rightfully so, because it is highly addicting. But did you know that cigarettes are more addicting, at least in terms of how things are structured in society? And I'll explain this in just a minute. Okay, so some estimates indicate that about 35% of all people who have tried heroin have become heroin addicts. Now that number is from the book, and I just kind of checked on that number, and from the addiction center it said about 25%. So okay, that's still very high. So figure somewhere between 25 and 35%. But did you know that about 80% of all the people who try cigarettes become addicted? Okay, so quite a difference there. Now, I didn't research into the physiological data regarding addiction between heroin and nicotine, from cigarettes, but there are other factors to consider. So here they are. Cigarettes are legal, and they don't have any lifestyle penalties, in terms of laws and things like that, for the most part anyway. I mean, maybe you can't go into a restaurant and smoke, but in terms of them being legal, it's okay to have them. Cigarettes are easily accessed. They're easy to get. You just go to the corner store and there they are. Now, heroin is a whole different social situation. It's not nearly as easily available. Okay. I'm sure there's some people where it's easily available for them, but in general, it's not easily available. Okay. Not like going down to the corner store. Okay. Now, here's what I think is really important. Smoking cigarettes gives a person several deliveries of nicotine to the pleasure circuit. That's how the author put it. And that's several times throughout the day. So it's a lot of reinforcement that is going on. So a pack-a-day smoker gets approximately 200 weak but rapidly delivered hits to the pleasure system. So there's a lot of reinforcement going on throughout the day. So in this way, the association between smoking and pleasure is reinforced and reinforced and reinforced over and over again. Heroin, however, it's smoked or snorted or injected, and it's not anywhere near the frequency of smoking cigarettes. So there isn't that frequent, repetitive reinforcement like there is with smoking cigarettes. So there you have it. Cigarettes, nicotine, much more addicting than heroin, at least in terms of the way things are set up. Easily accessible, and then, so you don't have to worry about, being arrested for smoking cigarettes, so you can be taking a lot of hits throughout the day, and you're just kind of really establishing and reinforcing that habit. Okay, that's it.